Practically everything you hear in contemporary anti-Zionist discourse matches perfectly with the terminology used by Soviet anti-Zionist propaganda. It was Soviet propaganda that created and inculcated the associative links between Zionism and Nazi Germany and fascism, colonialism, imperialism, racism, reaction, and apartheid. We'll see an example in a moment. Number two, the Soviets used multiple channels to communicate these ideas to the West. They did it through Soviet embassies, including their embassy in Washington, D.C. They did it through their massive propaganda apparatus that reached to over 100 countries and produced information in up to 100 languages. They did it through direct work with Western leftist parties, not just communist parties. They did it through direct investments and support for the left-wing press. Newspapers such as the Morning Star are one example of that. I'm often asked, the Soviet Union is now gone for 30 years. How can it be that Western left continues to be influenced by its ideas? And my answer to it is that the left got influenced by these ideas decades ago, in the 70s and 80s. And since then, the perspective has become the default position among portions of the left. So I want to show you a couple of examples of the terminology that we see in Soviet anti-Zionist literature. So here, for example, is a book titled Zionism as a Form of Racism and Racial Discrimination. In this book, and these are not huge books, these are pamphlet-sized books, maybe 120 pages or something like that. So the term occupation and occupier appears 139 times. Aggression, variations on aggression, 134 times. Racism, racist, 112 times. Terror, 99. Colonialism, 91. The last line is interesting. Variations on intelligence services, espionage, secret services, spying, 85 times. It was a very big line in Soviet propaganda that international Zionism relies on espionage networks and is part of espionage networks, etc. Here's another one, the ideology and practice of international Zionism. The word imperialism appears 158 times. Reaction, reactionary, 110. Racism, 107. Aggression, 93. Sabotage and subversion, 92.